Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, still playing around in the R&D of the Canary build of 0.7.4.4. I found out today though that the 7.4.4 Unstable is now released, so I got updated it. But hey, I already had these made, so and I had some fun in them, so I wanted to kind of show it. Now I was thinking with this, monster truck wheels, should run them over. Did not quite do so. But anyway, before we get too far into this, I would like to welcome you to my little show here, my presentation of the new update and the awesomeness of the monster truck wheels, even though they're not quite monstrous yet. They should be able to run things over. I figured that that's what they intend to do in the end, but hey, things in the works, right? So now the only way I even have a chance against these little guys is because they're allies. But we'll see what happens, right? And hey, if you happen to like what you're about to see, because I thought it was pretty humorous. Hey, feel free to throw a little fuel in the tank, so to say, The likes, the comments, and all that awesome stuff. It is appreciated, and I'll never stop thanking you for it. Oh, hey, thank you. I think I forgot to say that first. But, it does mean a lot. And, that's the kind of cool stuff that only you guys can bring to my channel. And, hey, you guys have done an awesome job at it so far. Not saying that you can't keep it coming. Because, hey, it is. it motivates me. But anyway, as you see, as soon as I turned them enemy, they made short work of me. So now I just got playing around with the F1 Indy wheels. And, yeah, this little techie's a good demonstration of the speed and all that of this. But then I found out just by surprise that he's got some cool build aspects to him just from the sheer way he's made. Like, I've never had a tech do that before with wheels and without wings. So I think that's kind of a success right there. I've had techs do this, but I use spoilers to do it. So this got me thinking. I got this tech just set up in quite a way. Maybe I could have some fun and maybe pull off some cool maneuvers with it. But, speaking of cool, and even original per se, don't forget about the Terra Showcase, where you're cool and original techs, and now, there's a whole nother brand of cool and original that can happen with these new wheels. Whole new breed. But if you got some of those cool and original techs, find my Saturday Showcase auditions link down in the description if you'd like a video of their own. Just post your in-game snapshots, save games, instructions if needed. Oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Oh, no, I was hoping to land on the other side with that. I'll try that again some other time. I'll eventually perfect that, I hope. Woohoo! Yeah. Ooh, that's a hard bounce, though. But yeah, if you want a video of your own, that's all you needs to do. And if you feel like just throwing a little extra support at the old channel here, you could always think about that paypal.me link down there. A little $2 donation will get your name entered into a draw for, at the moment, it's a $40 3D printed tech that I've been offering as the prize. Oh, it's kind of what I was after, but I landed on the wrong side. But we're still going. Trying. I didn't recover it. Well. But yeah, everything needed to know to help support this little channel is all down in the descriptions or underneath the video. But this should give you an idea how much fun I was having. Even half blown up, I'm still just playing it. And just zip, zipping around. Oh, ran out of fuel. Oh, I think I'll probably just rub him out. That sounds bad. But it wasn't just the R&D that got some updating. The terrain in the game did, and this is what I was afeared of. They used to be anchored. This was the start of my once again started epic save that I've now started 4 times and gotten about this far, give or take. What I was hoping though is if I build beamed it and then anchored, hopefully anchored, it would anchor and maybe everything could even line up, but no, not so lucky. So yeah, this save's toast again. I'm thinking this is going to have to wait until 1.0 or so. But from there, I wanted to check out and see what kind of little anomalies I could find out through these terrains. And now look at here. This isn't something you'd commonly see anywhere, really. But now these are supposedly like a more common thing. They're actually an intended thing. These kind of landforms and land masses and all that. The biomes, they have sub-biomes. So now there's like a nicer transition between them. So you get like if you're going from grasslands to desert, you're going to have a little grassland desert mix in between kind of. And then, desert to salt flats will be a mix. Mountains to whatever, there'll be a mix. And, it just really helps the variety and make the terrain look that much more interesting. Because right here, I can see me making a base right there. Oh, I hit the one I don't shoot. Now there's my kind of luck. Oh shucks, that's my luck. But as you can see, yeah, like this is I've seen before, but this is another thing that's supposed to be actually more common now. Just by the sounds of it, not that they've come out directly and stated it, but now look at this. This is like a grassland salt flat mix. This is going to be really good for making a base. That kind of terrain, and look here, this I could see awesome for like a lookout tower or a massive turret, depending on the ranges of the weapons, or even the AI, because the range of the weapons, if they're up high enough or angled right, can actually outshoot the range of the AI. So I think maybe we even need some long-range AI. But that was enough of that. You can only look at the terrain and drive around so long and expect it to be super interesting without a really cool tech to do it in, or something to fight. So I come back here and I thought, what better to try than to make a brand new truck with the monster truck tires, or the Titan tires, I think they're called. And we'll just kind of see how they do fare in when it is done. This might take a bit, because it is going to be a fair size. I'm going to try and make those tires look right on a truck, so it doesn't look like it's all tires and just a little bit of truck. So there's the big old Titans. Now there's a big old debate going on what core these should go for. Me, myself, I think Geocore. And I know you may be thinking, just because they're big. Well, no, not really. That's not my sole point on my end of that debate. The other thing I would like to say is everyone on the forums, they're thinking of mining, which is right, because that's what Geocore is. They're miners. But you are on an off-world, so I could see it highly feasible that a mining company would also maybe have like a farmer. You got to mine that food too, right? I've seen many a farm equipment with huge looking monster truck style tires on them, and they use them for flotation on the dirt. Now I could see that being handy in even mining. You get into some soft stuff, you're going to need more floaty tires than you're going to need just hold up 75 billion tons. So I think these would be good. I honestly think the big boy wheels, they should be scaled up and made a little tougher looking like the dump truck. Like the big sand or mining pit dump trucks. Those massive suckers that just dwarf everything else. We need some big tires like that, and these ones like this. But now saying that, I think the smaller ones of the monster truck tires, they should go to Venture. Because there is some really good arguments as why they need some bigger tires. Or not arguments, just points of debate, I guess. But now there's some that think these should go to Venture. Now, I don't think so. I don't agree with that myself. That is my opinion. And it's like buttholes. Everyone's got one, and sometimes they stink, right? But what can you do? It's just good to hear everybody out. You talk to them. But I just can't get over thinking that these ones should be Geocore, the other ones Venture. I get that. But then, I would also like to see GSO have maybe an even smaller version. Like maybe a little bigger than the rugged wheels that Geocore has. And then they would have a big boy version of a wheel for them. And Hawkeye, they got the treads and all that. But even they could maybe use something around that size. Because I've seen military vehicles, like pickup trucks. They're more of the personnel things. They may not actually be like the most battle used vehicle, but like a Humvee style idea. I think I'd like to see some wheels like that for Hawkeye, because right now the armored and covered ones and all that, I don't use them. I don't really care for them a whole lot, because, well, I haven't really played around with them too much either, but just visually, they don't inspire me to use them excessively. But, I get building the right kinds of tech, so I'll probably put them to use quite a bit. But for this one, I'm just kind of going to go for maybe a Humvee kind of look. Because I do like a good Humvee. I was going to say a good Hummer. That's just me being dirty. Try to keep it as clean, kind of dirty as I can. But yeah, just kind of getting my wheels well figured out here. Jumping from topic to topic now, eh? I was thinking around here, but I think that's a little too far forward. Because even though this is going to be a pickup truck, it is mainly just for fun. And to go into a creative save, just to see how the big old tires react. So I've heard they have some issues, which was understandable. They haven't been balanced at all really yet, because they just got released. Now, they've probably played with them a little bit, maybe balanced some and all that, but before they get a couple 100 hours in from all of us players and that, it's kind of hard to really tell how they're going to truly be. And, the developers, they could always have new ideas, different ideas, things they want to do to them, and this didn't get done to them yet. They just want to see our take on it. So, either way, we'll see how it turns out. I think they're a good addition, though. I really like them, along with all the other wheels. I hope that they don't get, opted out for whatever reason, because there is, the 3 angle ones. They're like a forked wheel. They are pretty similar and only a little bit different. If we were to lose any, I'd say maybe one of those, but keep the rest, because I could see some really good uses for all the rest. And even the ones that are almost a double of each other, they'd all have their benefits here and there. It just depends on what spacing and what build you're on, kind of thing. Because even one block size difference can make a whole difference in your build, and if you can do it or not. So I'm not sure why, but I just want to get the back end of this done since I'm trying to put tailpipes in. Because I do want to kind of have some kind of coolness to it, so I'm using the flamethrowers. I just wish they did a ton of damage. Because, fire does destroy vehicles. Maybe not so much armor, but it'll burn up all the soft spots in between that armor. And it really does look cool. I like fire. Fire. Yeah. So yeah, I don't really have a solid picture in my mind on what this thing's really going to look like, other than I'm trying to kind of go with a Humvee shape. But as it goes, I tend to do last minute changes if it interests me, so it might just get a whole different look on the top. Now, when I got building this one, it turned into be an hour real fast. So what I've kind of done, you probably noticed I sped it up just a wee bit, because I would like to think I could build that quick normally. I just don't think I could. But yeah, this is going to get broke up into a few episodes, I think. We'll try and keep her to not too many, though. It's not supposed to be a monster build. And I do want to get back. Well, I have been working on my useless machine here and there, but that last Canary update, holy crap, was it a horrible one for that. I pull a block off my tech, it does that little drop, and then it would not let me put blocks on that tech again. So what I did last time I was playing there yesterday is I took the block off that was giving me the issue for my spacing. I saved it. Then I was going to try it again, and then it didn't let me, so I just stopped, and then I just said, well, you know what? And then I ended up going to play some Star Maid. So yeah, I got another game I'm kind of getting into. It's another building one, so if anyone is interested there, or if you have never heard of it before, or you have played it, Star Maid, it seems like a pretty cool game. It's kind of the same lines as this, except you're in space. Supposedly you can even get down to a planet. I haven't got that far yet. I'm still learning. Just like this game, I'm always still learning. That's how I have a good day, is by learning. So this guy, he's coming along quite nicely. Got my rockets in there. Now all I need is my fuel. But I think I'm going to cut this one right around in here. So as I'm just kind of doing my last little bits, I'm going to go through the goodbyes. I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And if you do, or if you have, or if you think you might when you get to watching it, you can throw a like under there. It would be muchly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you got some comments, even if you just want to say, hey, what's up? Giver, love to hear from you. And, don't forget about the Saturday Showcase. Put a little extra emphasis on it when you say it like that. And, if you do feel like in the given mood, the donation would be appreciated, and I'd even try and show my appreciation back in hopes that you would win that 3D printed tech. But as I said before, it can all be found down in the description. And I just do thank you for coming and joining the show, hopefully, and participating in any form. Money ain't the only thing. The fun is the most important. So until next time, everybody, keep being the awesome and keep having a good one. Bye.